Hey everyone, I am Christine Gritmon, and this is Let's Talk About Brand. I do the show every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time, and it has traditionally been on Facebook, but now I am streaming on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope, thanks to the magic of Ecamm plus Restream. So hopefully everyone is finding us right now. I had scheduled a link and now it's a different link. So let me just make sure we've got people before I get too into today's show. I would love some comments if people could just let me know if you're watching, and welcome to our restream, to our replay viewers. One note for replay viewers, we're so glad you're here, but you can't win today's prize. Please do come back next Friday at 12 noon for the prize. All right, it looks like we are live, which is fantastic. So as I said, I am Christine Gritmon, and I do this show, and it is all about personal branding every single week. This week, our guest is Molly Mahoney, the prepared performer. Molly is amazing. Molly has a long career as a performer, as a singer, as an actress, as a dancer, all that great stuff. And for the past many years, she has actually shifted that into marketing, branding, live streaming, even programming chatbots with personality. So we are going to talk to her all about branding and performance and how they connect. And my daughter's here. Hello, daughter. So anyway, I mentioned our prize. For our live viewers, we do have a prize every week. This week, the prize is, oh, Jesus, whoops. This week, the prize is Molly, basically. It is Molly's content repurposing magic program, which is fantastic. It will, of course, teach you how to make awesome content and then make all sorts of other awesome content out of that. So live viewers can type #magic into the comments anytime to win, and we will be drawing that winner at about 25 after the hour. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring on our fabulous guest, Ms. Molly Mahoney. Woo! Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Were you ever on my old show, Social?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I was.
I'm not
I think
sure if you were.
We only hung out in real life.
Wow, well, this is very exciting. And as I told people on Twitter, we actually met in real life in a ladies' room at Social Media Marketing World. I saw you, I'm like,
very true.
You're Molly Mahoney. I follow you, and you were so gracious and cool. You weren't like, ew, who are you? You like graciously gave me the bathroom selfie. You're fabulous. So that's. I think that says a lot.
Actually, I have a few selfies with people from bathrooms, definitely in general, but at that exact conference, that was like a very specific bathroom selfie spot. That's such a good idea for when we get back into real life events, to set up a selfie station in the bathroom.
Oh, they should put like a frame on the window, on the mirror, all of that. That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Get on it, Stelzner. Well, anyway, so as I said before, you are the prepared performer, and you come at that very genuinely. You actually are a professional performer. So can you tell us just a little bit about your journey from full-on performing artist to now how you brought that into the marketing space?
Yeah, so I did start off as a professional performer. I was from as a little kid, I did all the classes and all of that stuff. I majored in theater and dance in college, and then ended up actually working in New York City. I actually did a little performance stint in Vegas as a singing, dancing cocktail server, which is not on brand for me any longer. Therefore, I don't talk about it very often, but I'll be fully real with you. And I toured with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the musical, which is more on brand for me. And since then, while we were on tour, my husband and I got engaged and decided that we wanted to have kiddos and didn't want to do the crazy 400 square foot apartment thing anymore. So we moved out to California. And at that point, I started teaching performers how to have a business, how to build their performance career. And when Facebook Live came out, I switched it all. So instead of teaching performers how to have a business, I started teaching business owners how to perform. And it's been an awesome shift. So here we are.
I love that so much. And you say teaching business owners how to perform, which is the perfect segue into talking about branding and how really is a performance. So teaching business owners how to perform. Can you talk a little bit about what you mean by perform as a business?
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of times, we have so our company is called The Prepared Performer. We have a program called Camera Confidence and then another one called Glam, which is Go Live and Monetize.
Ooh.
And those, I know, which so lucky about that acronym. It was a total accident, but I love it. Hey, George. My favorite photos ever are all from George. So thank you, George, for my photos. And yeah, so when it comes to being a prepared performer, we get asked about that question a lot. And really, what I love to say is that it's about living prepared, and it's not about performing in the sense of putting on something. We were talking about this earlier. It's more about really unlocking the things that make you awesome, and that you love and that kind of light you up, and pulling those things up. So it's about elevating your energy rather than feeling like you're putting on a different energy. It's not about being like Christine. It's not about being like me. It's about being more like you.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. So how does one figure out what to pull up? What makes up the brand that they're going to essentially perform without being fake?
Well, so I have a question, because this is something we hear a lot, is about being multi-passionate. Would you consider yourself multi-passionate?
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're watching this video, would you consider yourself multi-passionate as well? If you're watching, let us know in the chat. Because I think one of the things that there's either two sides of the coin that you fall on. One is like, I don't have anything interesting that I would want to bring into my brand. The other is I have too many interesting things that I want to bring into my brand, right? I know Nancy gets this also. It's so it's a tricky thing. So what we do is we actually have an exercise that you go through called the quesadilla of awesome.
Yes!
Are you familiar with this?
I love the quesadilla of awesome.
Okay, so we cover, and like this started because I would say you want to find 20 things about yourself that make you a uniquely awesome human being. And so I'd say make a list of 20 things that make you uniquely awesome. And we had this client who had a multi-million-dollar business, and she had 3 things on her list. 3. That was it. And she's like, I don't know what else to write. And I get that it can be hard. I know, right? That's my specialty, though. I will prove to you just how awesome you are. So the acronym that we use now is the word SAVE. And you may think SAVE has 4 letters, but it actually has 5, because I can't spell, and I've made that a part of my brand so that I celebrate it rather than apologize for it. So the acronym is your skill sets, your appearance, your activities, your values, and then the final thing is things you like to eat. And if you can, which can seem crazy, but if you put all those things together into one, you really have this well-rounded list of things that not only you can celebrate and that bring you, kind of light you up, but also that allow you to connect with other humans. And that's really the whole key about everything we do. It's about connecting with other humans.
Oh my goodness. That is very, yeah. Because I mean, the fact is, if you're only talking about business all the time, then that's not really going to be very interesting to people, because who else is all business all the time?
Right. Well, and then you become what we call a salesy weirdo. And
salesy
people
weirdo.
want
It's
to
a technical term.
Right? It's like, and it doesn't work really.
That is perfect. It's funny that because that kind of jumps ahead to Kelly wanted to know the best way to combine your personal and professional attributes to create the perfect brand voice and personality. So it sounds like you basically come up with your SAVE.
Yeah. So doing that exercise, and we call it the quesadilla of awesome, because everyone has something that makes them uniquely awesome, even if it's just that you make an amazing quesadilla. So get your little quesadilla recipe in place. And then you do want to put some boundaries on it, because someone like me, and maybe like you, I don't know, your brand is like super clear, and I feel like you've got a great focused direction for it.
I need to incorporate cheese into it more. I actually do.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea. I was telling my niece last night, she is kind of lactose intolerant, and she's living with us. And I was like, I'm really sorry, because we are just like on a cheese diet. That's like all we eat.
You're my people, Molly. You're my people.
I know, right? Really, it is. So what you want to do is you want to see like, what are the main, like what's the first thing I define is what's the energy that you want to convey for them to connect with. So I use the example of a grief counselor. If you're a grief counselor and you also have like a very lively personality, you may need to maybe tone it down just a little bit and find some things that are more in line with the energy of compassion or connection, or that type of an energy. For us as a marketing consultancy and my loud personality and the things that I love that are more fast paced and stuff like that, we go with something that's a more futuristic, energetic vibe. It was hard for me because I really love vintage things like 40s, 50s swing dancing. So like you have kind of a really great little like rockabilly vibe almost.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I love it. And I would try and combine that with like, you know, Tron, which didn't work very well. So I worked with somebody to help me to be able to focus it more and like weed out my Pinterest board inspiration down to
yes, and that's a really good point, which is about how to focus it. Though first I want to remind people who are maybe just joining us that we do have today's live viewer prize here, Molly's content repurposing magic program. So live viewers only, hashtag magic in the comments, and we will draw that winner at about 25 after the hour. So Molly, so talking about how you do still have to put parameters in place because you are branding. How do you do that?
Yeah. Well, you know, some people think that branding is like just your colors and your fonts, which is obviously way more than that.
Yep.
Right. And that's a good place to start because it gives you some rules. So I am like a psycho about our colors. We have a really awesome team helping us with a few things on our website right now. And they sent me some proofs. And I was like, this purple is not our purple. Like, our pink is C20AAF. So I don't know what that pink is, but it's not C20AAF. Like,
I love that you're like that too. I'm actually re-filming all of my Gifs because this curtain does not come across as CC0000. And I need to fix it.
It matters though. Like it's very important. So that is like just one way by picking the color. And that is super specific. And when people are looking at picking colors, you also want to think about the colors that go well with your own complexion or that you like wearing. Because if you like, and you're the same way, I know if I see you in real life, you're going to be wearing red, right? You're going to be wearing something that matches. Your lipstick is like the same lipstick always. My lipstick went out of, they like discontinued it. I ordered 10 of them.
They always do that.
So it's really like, for me, it's about making things that I love already, bringing them in as a part of, oh, and look, you have that side forward and I have this side. So we can like.
Cute, clink.
Here, can we, I know, let's do like wait a minute, which way do I go? I'd have to turn it like this though, in order to cheers you. Oh. Here, turn it the other way. And then we can cheers. Ready?
Blink.
Maybe.
I love it. That's going to be a GIF.
Watch out, world. And hey, nod to content repurposing magic because you learn how to make all these GIFs and stuff in there also and how to repurpose your videos. And I love you obviously are on the same wavelength about when we're creating our videos, thinking ahead to how we can make GIFable moments, how we can create little even screenshots from your videos or little snippets. If you're thinking with the end in mind, that can be really, really helpful.
I don't do enough of that. I'm going to start doing that more in 2021 every single week.
Oh yeah. It's so easy to we have a whole system for it, but the GIF thing is the one thing that we can do the easiest because it's like literally you just go through and find little moments and then you are consistently showing up. Can you tell your story about, actually, maybe you don't want to tell that story here.
I will.
But okay.
Any story it is, I'm game.
Think of you every time I talk about GIFs now, honestly, and you and I haven't even talked about this. This is a proof that you can't hear smiles. I always say that you can't hear smiles. So I don't even know if I commented on your post about this, but I read it and I think about it every day. So your post about how your GIFs was showing up all different places.
Yes. Yeah, and it's really funny because I'm actually about to redo them to take advantage of that because they're all over the place, but nobody knows who I am. But it's interesting because people have asked, so now my GIFs are searchable. You can go into the little GIF search and, it's C. Gritmon. And it has shown up in a few places that I wouldn't necessarily have put them. One of them was, there was a conservative commenter who went on a screed against WAP. And so there was a different, like, bro-y type site that was making fun of that guy. And they used one of my kind of pearl clutching shocked GIFs. And I'm like, all right. And Kirstie Alley, the actress Kirstie Alley.
That's the one. That's the...
Yeah, she had kind of a pro-Trumpy sort of tweet, which is not exactly on brand for me. But my GIF illustrated a woman in a red mask who was at one of Trump's rallies. And you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm cool with that because I don't think anyone expects that use of a GIF randomly found on the internet constitutes agreement or endorsement.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would
So
say the
my
same
new
thing.
GIFs are going to have like the correct color backdrop, and it actually may have some sort of watermark so that I can actually, so people actually know who the heck I am. And I don't care if someone uses it to endorse something because I don't feel like anyone makes that connection. I don't know. What do you feel? What do you think?
And so I will say that my sister, who is an amazing Instagram expert, she said that when you sign up to be an entrepreneur, you also sign up to be a model. You may not know this, but you also sign up to be a model.
That.
It's so good, right? I just also have to say, while we're talking about this, my color on this is driving me bonkers. I feel like I'm like very yellow, and now. Can I? I don't know how to fix it. It's
I
not
can try
a big
to
deal,
fix you a little bit.
No, it's clearly on my side. It's clearly on my side.
I can still fix it.
Okay, let's see.
A little. Oh, now then you're pink.
Now I'm
you're
like
green.
Ooh, now I'm like the horse of
a Felba.
Imagine cover. What is that thing in Wizard of Oz? The
horse of a different color.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop messing with this now. Anyway,
okay, thank you. So am I. I'm not gonna worry about it. But so so your face is more your logo than your actual logo is, right?
I love that. Yeah.
I don't worry about making every single GIF fully branded, because if every single GIF is fully branded, then there's a chance they might not be as viral as if they weren't, because some people could be hesitant because it looks like it's an advertisement for your brand. So I try to make it like subtle, where some of them are way over the top, some of them aren't. But yeah. And shout out to Chad, our friend Chad.
Yes.
He helped me to get a branded Giphy account finally, which is so cool, because now we have, if you're on Instagram, you can actually search for Prepared Performer stickers, and there's stickers that come up.
That is one of the things I'm making over the holidays, because he also helped me with getting branded Giphy account.
Tried to do it for 2 years, and
you probably had the same issue that I have, which is a good public service announcement here, which is they want all your things to match, like your domain name, your profile name, your brand name, and you have like Prep to Perform and the Prepared Performer and Molly Mahoney. Mm-hmm. Just like I have Christine Gritmon Inc. I have C Gritmon. I have Gritmon.com. Any normal person, like a human, could see that they're the same, but machines can't. So that was probably your holdup too.
The other issue was that for me, like the Prep to Perform thing is so annoying to me. And this is a great branding conversation.
Yeah.
The Prepared Performer is what I've tried to have on everything.
Yeah.
But Twitter, it's too long. So I went through so many different things trying to figure out what the heck to have on Twitter, but whatever. So that's what we have on Twitter. But our real problem with the branded Giphy account is that I had loaded so many random GIFs into it of other people and other faces. So we had to delete my entire Giphy account. We reloaded like 5 basic GIFs, and a couple that Chad made for us, and they accepted it right away, which I was like, amazing.
Yeah. Go Chad. Chad is fabulous. Tim did it when it was easy years ago, and I remember talking to Tim like 2 years ago and being like, why can't I do this? And it's because you're no Chad, Tim. I'm sorry. You're great. But we were talking about colors before, by the way. Maiko said that your hair and the glasses are perfection. Those details. I want to get into that too, which is you and I take our branding to a very special level, which is like we've literally like dyed our hair. You don't have to do that, everybody. Can you talk about some ways besides literally dyeing your hair that people can kind of perform their brand?
Yes. So you're right. You don't have to dye your hair, and I like the fact that you and I kind of like have a little subtle nod, right? We're not like full purple or full redheads. We're just, it's a little subtle. And glasses are a great way to bring your personality out, which works whether you're, it's not a makeup trick. It's all of us can wear glasses. Todd Herman's an awesome example of this, that he wears glasses as a part of his brand rather than, but they're not actually a prescription. So but he still wears them as a part of his brand, which is interesting.
My friend Mario, the Maker Magician, who was on a couple months ago, he has a pair of glasses with no lenses in them. Like not even fake no lenses. And they were a gift from famous performer Bill Irwin, who used to live here in Nyack and who's a mentor to him. So those are his Bill Irwin glasses with literally no lenses.
Which are probably better for video, because otherwise, your ring light can get in them and then it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So glasses are great. I have a thing also for really big earrings. Like the bigger the earrings, the better. And I love them in my videos. You too. And also bow ties are awesome. If a bow tie is your thing, like a scarf, there's ways that, it's funny. I'm wearing shoes that are very on brand for you right now, which are these slippers. Since we're doing so much online, I'm always like longer necklaces I don't wear anymore because they won't show up on video. So I find I have this octopus necklace I wear a lot that connects me to ManyChat because ManyChat's logo is an octopus.
I love that octopus, and I love how subtle that knot is.
So I'm really intentional about those little tiny tweaks. I mean, you could get like a diamond grill in your teeth if you wanted to. Just kidding. Unless that's really on brand.
I think I probably shouldn't. That might not be very on brand for me. But I love your point, which is that these little subtle hints flow.
Like your nails, which look so good. Are you doing that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
These little subtle hints flow naturally when your branding is authentic. You're not having to focus group it.
That's so true. So and that goes back to everything that I was saying. When I'm not on camera, if someone comes and finds me somewhere, I'm always going to be on brand because even if I'm in sweatpants, I'm going to be wearing things that really bring me joy. Yeah. So the more that I've dug into this and the more that I've committed to the things that bring me joy consistently, it helps limit decision fatigue. So all of my clothes are within my color scheme and I don't have to worry about deciding whether or not I'm going to do that. I live my brand every day, even if I'm not seeing anybody business-wise.
That is so key. Wow. I just want to remind everyone, get your last entries in for content repurposing magic by typing magic in the comments. We're going to draw it in just a couple minutes. I've got the fabulous Jen Cole tracking all of your entries. Yay! And she's going to, we're going to announce that in just a few minutes. So Molly, in terms of brand being performative, kind of, I'm wondering where the line is there, because performative can be legit. Performative can mean fake, like you're acting a role. So I guess, how do you know when you're edging too close to that line, when it's getting too fake, or when you're even not performing it enough? Yeah. That might be kind of a big question, but.
Well, it's such a subtle thing. And it's something that if you go back and look at my videos from the beginning, I think it's really something that I've worked hard at, from the performing too much to the lesser version of that.
How did you know you were performing too much?
Well, the first thing that came to mind when you said this is that Phil Mershon actually told me. He told me way after the fact, after I already knew this.
Oh, no.
But he said that in the beginning, and so those of you who don't know Phil, he is, I don't know his exact role, but he's like the event coordinator in charge of everything at Social Media Marketing World. And he and I were good friends. I sang in the opening keynote several times for Social Media Marketing World, and I had applied as a speaker. And the first year, I just flat, I think, got turned down. The second year, I then ended up being a track leader. And then the third year, they had me speak, and he said that there were some people on the team who were worried when they watched my videos. They thought that I was too over the top, or that I was too performy.
Interesting.
And then he said, what they didn't realize is that's just who you are in real life. It's true. So for someone like me who is more over the top, if I bring more over the topness to my videos, then it's too much for a lot of people to handle.
So that's a really interesting point. So let's talk about what that means, that people felt like you were too performy. Like, why is that a problem?
And I think it's an energy thing. So here's the way to avoid that, and the way to make sure that energy is a match. So what I've started doing is, rather than clicking the go live button and like, hey, everybody out there, right? Like crazy lady. Or what a lot of the other side of things people will do is they'll click the go live button and they're like, okay, I'm just going to wait and see if anybody comes on. So is anybody there? Can you tell me if you can hear me?
I did a little of that today. I try not to usually.
Oh, no, you didn't do that at all.
I still had energy while I did it, though.
You did it perfectly, though, because you're saying like you have your own natural energy, and then you say, and if you're watching in the replay, you're not. I mean, you said, can we hear this? And you explained why, right? Because you explained it perfectly. What you want to do, though, really, if you want to make that connection, because again, that's what it's really about, and people can sense if you are bringing a put on energy, whether it's on camera or whether it's in real life. So what you want to do is use this technique that is from Konstantin Stanislavski, an acting
actor.
Teacher. You're going to use this technique called the moment before. And so before you go live, you imagine that there's an actual human being sitting right behind the camera. So I put my hand up to the actual camera, put it behind it. And then right behind the camera, there's a human being there. And that human being is asking you a question. So like today, for today's video, we could have said, I'm imagining that, let's use Nancy because she's here and she's an awesome member of our team also, in addition to the brilliance that she brings the rest of the world. Let's say Nancy's saying, Molly, I don't know how to, bring my energy into my brand. So I start my video by saying, have you ever wondered? And then I ask the question, or I say, you may be wondering, how do you actually authentically show up online in a way that's going to connect you with your community? And how do you bring that into your brand? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you look at it, that's really what Mr. Rogers did in every single video.
Ooh.
He said, hey, neighbor, are you having a hard time tying your shoes? We're going to go take you to a shoe factory and show you how. And so if we can do that, we're opening our heart empathetically, we're connecting authentically, and we're not, putting on a big show. You don't want to be like, hey, are you, super mellow, chill. You want to have a little more elevated energy. And that comes from doing like vocal warm-ups and being in tune with who you are as a human being. Easy.
But I love what you said, which is it's about connecting versus putting on a show.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Love it.
Yay! So I'm excited because now we have actually our winner to announce. And these are truly random every week. So we have had a few repeat winners before. And the really funny thing about that is that today's winner of Content Repurposing Magic literally just got her prize from a previous episode today. So today's winner is Trisha! Trisha DaCosta! So congrats, Trisha. This is so great. Definitely, I think I have your email address, but DM me anyway, and we will get you into Molly's Content Repurposing Magic program. Whoop, whoop. That is fabulous. And content repurposing, by the way, is a great way to make sure that your brand can spin out and reach people in all sorts of different ways.
Amen. It really is. And it makes it easier. Remember, it's not about creating more content. It's about creating less content and more conversations. So when you take your videos and you repurpose them into other things, you can start more conversations without having to become a full-time content creator.
That is perfect. Love it, Molly. So we have some of your links in the comments here, thanks to Jen, but tell everyone where they can find you, why they should find you, all that jazz.
Yeah, so we are on the socials as mostly The Prepared Performer. If you're on Twitter, it's Prep to Perform, as Christine mentioned. And
sorry. I'm the worst.
Wait, I just have to say, this is a perfect authenticity indicator. So this is what proves to you that Christine is human, because you may not realize it otherwise.
And I need a producer, that too. So you are the Prepared Performer. Sorry, I'm just going to leave us here instead of trying to go to your scene. So you are the Prepared Performer in most places, except Twitter.
Most places. You can go to thepreparedperformer.com. You'll find our video content planner there and loads of other goodness. So much magic. It's so good.
Right. And you do video. So when do you do video? Where do you do video?
Yeah. We are live mostly Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. over on our Facebook page. We are also streaming live to YouTube now, which is The Prepared Performer on YouTube. And going into next year, like a little shift to our schedule, we're going to be mixing it up a bit. So it might not be every single Wednesday, give you a little FOMO. You're going to have to pay attention. Make sure you subscribe for notifications so you don't miss out.
The audience wanting more.
I mean,
and they'll get notifications because you're a chatbot queen too. Good notifications.
We've been doing it every year for about 4 years now. So I was like, I think we have enough content out there. And we're really focusing on our Camera Confidence members and our Glam members next year. So we're probably going to be doing every other week on our business page going forward, which is going to be good.
Nice. So all right. Well, thank you so much, Molly Mahoney, the Prepared Performer, for talking to us today about performing your brand. I loved what you said about not putting something on, but pulling something up. Perfect.
Yeah, so good.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. And a reminder to everybody, I do the show every Friday at noon Eastern on Fridays, but next week is the last show of 2020, the very last show of 2020. I also do a Twitter chat every week called Chat About Brand. So next Tuesday, the last chat of 2020, is going to be about branding with creativity. And we're going to be talking about that on Friday live with the fabulous Ms. Laura Pearman. Laura is amazing. She's a fantastic headshot photographer by trade for all this time, but now she's actually moving more into brand strategy because it's something that she had done all along. She was never just a photographer. She always incorporated so much brand feel into her client work. And so now she's actively offering that. So brand strategist and photographer, Laura Pearman. So join us next week for the final shows of 2020. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.